my darlings, I hope you're doing very, very well. I hope you're sitting comfortably, you are cozy, and you have your snacks and your beverages at the ready. In today's video, we'll be talking about creative freedom throughout the design process within tattoos. TikTok has well and truly kicked off because one tattoo artist by the name of Nico decided to come to TikTok to talk about the fact that he likes to have creative freedom when creating tattoos. And a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people misunderstood what he was saying and ran with it 1,000 miles away from what he was actually saying and kind of accused him of like doing whatever he wants when it comes to tattooing people. You know, people were saying, oh, I asked for a line, but here Nico is designing like Minecraft characters on my skin, and it's just like, no, that's not what he was saying. So we're going to talk about Nico's situation and creative process throughout getting tattooed in this video, and I would absolutely love to know your thoughts and opinions on this topic, whether you're a tattoo artist, a seasoned tattoo client, someone that only has a couple of tattoos, someone that has no tattoos. No matter what your background is when it comes to the tattoo world or even art world, your input is obviously very, very valid as well. If you're an artist, because I know artists like to have, you know, creative freedom, or they follow briefs, whatever the situation may be. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on this topic. I cannot wait to read the comments on this. So let's get into today's video. So let me introduce you to Nico. He is a tattoo artist from Canada. He resides in Ontario. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry, Canadians, if I'm not. I love Canada so freaking much. Okay, like I can't even explain how much I love Canada. I've been there once, and honestly, I would move there in a heartbeat, you know. But yes, Nico is a tattoo artist from Canada. His quality of work is pretty dang good. I will say he definitely has a talent. He's very, very popular across social media as well. He has quite a few followers. So back on the 1st of September, Nico uploaded a TikTok talking about the fact that he would much rather tattoo someone for less money if he could have creative freedom while creating a tattoo. And kind of implied to the fact that he'd much rather take less money if it means he doesn't have to rip off someone else's artwork, copy someone else's artwork, or put in, you know, his own style and spin into a tattoo design.
It doesn't matter how much money you throw at a tattoo artist if they start feeling like a vending machine where you're just being like, this is exactly what I want and here's some money, let me get that. We are so happy to walk away from a client like that and take less money from someone that gives us creative freedom and inspires us.
To me, he is saying, hey, give me an idea, but let me have creative freedom with your idea. So for example, if you tell Nico that you wanted a realistic jungle scene with a cheetah, he will do that for you, but he will do his own artistic creative spin on it and create an art piece that has those elements but is unique to you and has his flair on it, right? Nico's work is also incredibly custom, and guess what happens when you do a lot of cool custom art pieces? Yes, lazy people come along and trace that and then claim it as their own and then profit off of it. I'm willing to guarantee that that has happened to Nico at least once in his career, if not multiple times a month. Like, let's be serious. Like, he is pretty well known, especially on Instagram. So many people will see his work, take his work, directly copy it. And that's just not fair for him, or any artist for that matter, for someone to rip off your hard work and you get nothing for it. Right? Like, nothing. So why would Nico want to do that himself also? Like, hello, he doesn't seem like the kind of person that is willing to rip off other people's artwork. You know, he's got his own, you know, style within his black and grey and his own creativeness, and he's obviously very, very heavy on the, hey, please let me have creative freedom. I want to create things here, you know? Like, why would someone like Nico want to put themselves into a box of a copier machine? Why would you waste your talent like that, you know? Now, of course, the majority of TikTok was not happy with Nico's TikTok by any means. And I mean, so many people, like thousands of people, are absolutely outraged at Nico's TikTok, right? I'm going to read just some of the comments for you. But yeah, bear in mind, there is thousands, okay? Thousands of people just completely missing the point. First one, if you're a tattoo artist, I'm so sorry. Tattoo artists when they have to do their job. As if to imply that Nico is just basically having a tantrum here and he's just being a entitled tattoo artist or whatever, I don't know. Tattoo artists are just failed regular artists with egos. I mean, well, this may apply to some. Let's be serious. Yeah, it may apply to some, but not all. I know there are so many incredible, talented tattoo artists out there that literally fell out the womb wanting to be tattoo artists, you know? Like, and also there is absolutely nothing wrong with someone being, you know, a traditional artist of making art on paper, canvas, iPads, whatever, and then thinking, you know what? I should be a tattoo artist. Like, what? There is nothing wrong with that. That's how most tattoo artists start, to be honest with you. Like, you, in my opinion, to be a good tattoo artist, you need to be able to do traditional art first, right? Like, I feel like that's, you know, what makes a good tattoo artist. I could be wrong, but I feel like I think I'm right on that one. Okay. Tattoo artists are the most dramatic people you'll ever interact with. Again, this could sometimes apply. It could, yeah, I've definitely interacted with some dramatic tattoo artists, but not all of them, because the majority of tattoo artists I have interacted with have been nothing but sweet and kind and lovely towards me. The only ones that are dramatic are those that I call out for bad behaviour, thinking about it. Funny that, right? Just be a painter. People aren't your canvases. You aren't even going to see them again. This is such a bold statement because there are so many tattoo clients that return to their tattoo artist, especially if you have an ongoing full cohesive sleeve or a back piece, leg sleeve, whatever, like, or you are just working, you know, on a patchwork sleeve and you really enjoy your tattoo artist's work, so you keep going back to get more and more and more. And again, this person has 100% misunderstood what Nico was saying, okay? What part of being a tattoo artist makes you think you're obligated to a single goddamn thing other than what I asked you to do? I pay you because you have the skills to put something on my body, not because I want your creative freedom. Women don't go to nail techs for their creative freedom, they go to get a design done. I mean, speak for yourself, honey. I go to my nail tech for her creative freedom because she fucking slays. Like, I give her a basic idea or some inspo pics and she kind of just runs with it and creates her own thing. Let's do a close-up of my new nails. Yes, Halloween themed, hello. But yeah, I just gave her some inspo pics and then told her, hey, can you add like a 3D pumpkin on there as well? And she was like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a go. She gave it a go. She's never done these types of pumpkins before. And I don't, what did she even use? Clay or something? I think it's called CC clay or something. Anyway, nobody cares about nails right now. But yeah, obviously it depends per person. I obviously can't speak about the nail industry because I'm not a nail tech. I don't make nail content, so whatever, right? I know things work a little bit differently in the nail world to the tattoo world, but for me personally, I like when my nail tech does, you know, her own thing with my nails because she's really talented, in my opinion. Again, this is a comment from someone that has completely misunderstood what Nico was saying. People are definitely thinking that Nico wants to just tattoo any old random thing on people. Like, no, he's going to stick to a brief, but he's going to add his own spin on things, right? Okay. Another comment. Tattoo artists literally only exist because we haven't created robots able to print images on us with accuracy and precision yet. Well, this person is obviously not very informed as to what is going on in the tattoo world as of lately because they're very much is a tattoo robot out there. It's called Black Dot, and it can tattoo with precision. It's out there, it's doing things. I mean, it's not, you know, taken off completely yet, but it's currently in the Bang Bang New York City tattoo studio, which is one of the biggest tattoo studios in the world, or the most known tattoo studios in the world. So yeah, again, there's people commenting on here that don't really know what's going on in the tattoo world, and I don't expect everyone to know what's going on in the tattoo world, but if you're going to speak on something, you should maybe know the facts first, right? I don't know. As a bartender, I hate when people order a drink. Just let me be inspired and make you something you'll hate, but I love. This is what I mean by people have taken his comments and absolutely ran with it and just like stretched it beyond what it actually meant, you know? Like, I understand what this person is saying, but that isn't what Nico was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, it's so frustrating to see stuff like this. So if I make pizza for a living and the customer asks for cheese, do I take creative freedom and make them a pepperoni pizza? Is anyone else just like losing their mind listening, reading this? Like, again, it's clearly coming from people that don't understand the art world and what Nico was trying to say. Like, again, I understand what these people are saying if What Nico was saying was, hey, just give me your skin. I know you want a lion, but I'm gonna tattoo Linda from Bob's Burgers on you. Like, it's not like that. It's my body, not just your sketch pad. I mean, something tells me Nico would show the design to his clients and be like, hey, is this okay? Before he starts tattooing them. Or if he's going to do freehand, he would be like, hey, I'm going to sketch something on you. Check this out in the mirror. Like, he's not going to slap on a tattoo stencil and then just get to work without, you know, making his clients check the work first. Okay. Most tattoo artists don't even print stencils until they've showed you the design on an iPad. I mean, some do, you know, print stencils, but for the most part, they'll show you the design on an iPad. The majority of my tattoo appointments, I've had tattoo artists put a iPad in my face, not in my face, that sounds so rude, but they've showed me the designs on an iPad before they print it, right? Just to make sure it's okay. Y'all literally charge hundreds of dollars for tattoos that take you hours to do. It's going to be exactly how I envisioned it on my body. Which again, completely understand that. You're absolutely right. You should have the tattoo that you want on your body, as long as it isn't taking anyone else's artwork or anyone else's tattoo without the original artist and client's permission. Okay, glad we can all agree on that. Thank you. As a tattoo artist, no, it's not my body, it's theirs. This is going to be on them forever, not me. If it's what they want, it's what they want. And I'll be happy that they trust me to be the one to put it there. So Nico said, so you steal other people's work for profit? Nailed it. No, but for real, it's actually very worrying that a tattoo artist is out here being like, I'll tattoo whatever you want, that's fine. You know, take it from Pinterest, take it from Instagram. Yeah, I'll copy my friend's work and put it on your skin too. Like, it's fine, don't worry. Like the lack of respect for the industry that these people work in when they're willing to take other people's hard work, it's shocking. The comments are going exactly how I thought they would. And then Nico said, Zoom. Poor guy. He's definitely been misunderstood in such a epic proportion. And I feel so bad for him, because one of my biggest pet peeves, or something that I hate so much, is people misunderstanding me. I don't know why, it just annoys me to no end. And if I was in Nico's shoes right now, oh my God, I would be screaming. I'd just be like, no, this isn't what I meant. And it doesn't stop there with thousands of comments on his TikTok. Oh, no, no, no. People started stitching his TikToks and putting in their 2 pence. And of course, it's social media. People are allowed to. But again, they are running miles away from what Nico was actually saying. So here's one of the many TikToks that was a reaction to what Nico had to say.
The freedom and inspires us.
Yeah, can I get a mid-skin tight fade? Nah. I think you need a taper. I'm gonna do a taper instead. Am I missing something here? That take is just so dog shit. I don't understand that at all. I'm paying my good money to have a tattoo done on my body that's gonna be there forever. And you want the creative freedom? What? It's one thing if you are completely clueless and the tattoo artist provides suggestions, but if you know exactly what you want and where you want it on your body, and the tattoo artist is saying, no, give me the creative freedom, bro.
That's literally not the point. And even if it was, I don't know about you, I can only speak for myself, but for me, if a tattoo artist said to me, hey, this tattoo isn't going to work in this spot, or this design won't work, I'd much rather the professional within the tattoo industry tell me that, as opposed to them not caring about me, not caring about my skin, not caring about how I'm going to look with said tattoo that may look silly or may not work or will age badly, and just taking my money and running with it and giving me a terrible, terrible, terrible tattoo that I will probably end up hating in the future. How can people not see that when a tattoo artist says no or let's try this, they are doing that because it's in the best interest of their client? That to me is an incredible tattoo artist. It shows integrity, and also the fact that they care about their clients and their craft and their reputation. And it's not some grifter that only cares about money. Like, the tattoo industry is so full of grifters and tattoo artists that just don't care. So if a tattoo artist is saying, hey, this isn't going to work, we should try this, or this placement isn't going to be great for this design, so maybe we can put it somewhere else if you've got any space, or we can make some adjustments. Yes, thank you, please. Like, I want to see more tattoo artists like that. They're not doing it because they have an ego or because they are, you know, being mean or whatever, right? Like, trust me, they're doing it because they care about you. I'm honestly just so confused as to why people are so hell-bent on the whole, it's my body, so you will do as I say, you will tattoo what I say on me. But also completely missing the point of the fact that, yes, that is your body. So why the hell would you want someone else's custom tattoo tattooed on you? Or why would you want a tattoo artist that does not give a flying fuck about you to scar you for life? Like, your body and skin is worth so much more than that. Why would you settle for such a shitty tattoo artist? Here's another very, very popular reaction to Nico's TikTok.
Just saw this video of a tattoo artist talking about once I start feeling like a vending machine, you put money in and then you get art out, that's when I have a problem. Once you take away my freedom, my creative liberty, I'm happy to walk away from it. What? If I tell you I want a lion on my chest, give me a lion on my chest. I'm paying you for a service. You are a business, and your business is to write on my skin in the way that I want you to do it. Frick do you mean creative liberty? Your job is to do what I say. I pay you. I pay you to put vines and roses on my arm. You're going to put vines and roses on my arm. What are you talking about creative expression? It's my skin. It's my skin. I'm paying you to write something that's permanent on my skin, and you're mad because I'm telling you you have no creative liberty? I want you to do exactly as I said, and here's the money for it? Bro, get out of here. I just looked up the price of a tattoo. It's $500 to $5,000. Bro, I will be darned if I ask for a lion and he put a bunny on my chest because you feeling creative.
The fact that he didn't even know the cost of a tattoo just goes to show him and other people talking out against Nico have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. Zero. Clueless. Now that of course doesn't mean that he is not entitled to his opinion. He of course can upload any content he wants, talk about anything he wants or what have you, like absolutely not saying that he can't. But when someone speaks on something that they don't know too much about and it gets viewed over 1 million times, okay, over 1 million times, and then has hundreds of comments agreeing with him, saying, you know, the same kind of thing that I read out earlier from Nico's TikTok, and it's just so jarring to see that because, again, this person and other people have taken what Nico have said and run a mile with it and have completely misunderstood what Nico was saying. Luckily, though, among an ocean of people misunderstanding, there are some very rare gems out there talking about this subject, and those people fully understood what Nico was saying and kind of put out corrections there and their own experiences.
And take less money from someone that gives us creative freedom and inspires us.
Go watch the whole video, but I think some people are taking what he's saying out of context. What he's asking for, which is creative freedom, is not necessarily this idea that he's going to control exactly what goes on your body and do whatever the fuck he wants. It's this notion of he wants to build a rapport and be able to create a vision or design that you fall in love with that is an original piece. In a case that I can use, my left arm is done. I have a dagger on my forearm. I built up a rapport with a really good tattoo artist. He's the only tattoo artist I'll use now, and he did the majority of my left sleeve. And he, when I told him I wanted a dagger on my forearm, he said, "What are we thinking?" And so I told him. And the thing is, he got to know me. He did other pieces prior to this dagger. And so he would slowly get to know me, and he would do pieces based off of what I said and then the inspo that I sent him. And he'd create a piece that was... it was put specifically for me, with me, or made with me in mind. So he had this creative freedom, but it's not like he used it to just go ham and do whatever.
So this back piece was done at our studio, and this is a really good example of what this guy means when he talks about giving your artist creative freedom, not free range to just tattoo whatever they want on you. So this client came in, they wanted the Temptation of Christ on their back. They had a reference photo, and this is what it turned out to be. So the client wanted the lower left photo, and what they left with is the tattoo you see on their back. Let your artist cook. They can do really great things if you just show a little trust. Find a good artist that you like, their style, the style that you vibe with, the detail that they're able to do, and enjoy the process.
That back piece, holy moly. Oh my god, that is how it's done. That is how you have creative freedom. You get given some inspiration and then you take it and make it your own, and it looks so freaking cool. Like, if I had that back piece, oh, it's good. I mean, I'm not a religious person, so I wouldn't have that back piece, but that is a work of art, and that is how creative freedom is done. The same subject is there, but it's different and it looks fucking cool, right? So anyway, back to Nico. Nico uploaded another TikTok basically doing a pretend apology, which I stan so freaking hard. I love a sassy king, okay?
Okay, so I just read through all of your comments, all 10,000 comments, and I would like to apologize to nobody. You're making the comparison with barbers, being like, if I go into a barber shop and I ask for a fade and they say, nah, I'll get a bowl cut instead. You're doing it completely backwards. What I'm saying is the client comes to you with a shit idea. The client's like, hey, I want to get a bowl cut. And you go, hey, actually, you're going to look ridiculous with that. How about we do a buzz cut instead, or whatever the fuck cut? I don't have hair, so I don't know. It's about artists realizing that your idea is either not going to heal well, it's not going to look good in a couple of years, or it's placed in a weird way. If you're placing things on like an arm, if you put a nose in the armpit, it's going to be a jacked up nose. What I'm saying is that you can get whatever tattoo you want. There are artists that are willing to do whatever you want at a low cost. The more experienced artists, we value people that are open with flexibility, right? So if you come to us with a generally bad idea, obviously I want to work with you, but I don't want to do the bad thing. I say, hey, why don't we take your thing and we make it not bad? If you're still not willing to work with me for that, then that's fine. I'm just not the artist for you, right? I would show you what we're actually going to do. And if you don't like it, you don't have to commit to getting that. I don't know why a lot of people in the comments are like, I would never let you just like freehand or do this on me. It's like, no, you're going to see the design first. We both agree that this is something that should go on your body or not. So yeah, I hope that helps. And I guess I should add this too, if you're still here. Creative freedom means you're flexible to let me have some creative input as well. Creative freedom is on a scale. Sometimes you can give me a little bit of creative freedom, sometimes like max creative freedom. Either way, it's a scale.
I agree and respect Nico's opinion so freaking much. Nico is the type of tattoo artist I would love to get tattooed by. This is one thing that I absolutely love about tattooing, is the fact that you can take an idea to a tattoo artist and they will put their own spin on it and make something completely custom and unique for you. To me, that's what art is. There's so many possibilities. Why would you limit yourself? Many years ago, I did a video where I had some of my subscribers redesign one of my tattoos because one of my tattoos was copied a lot. The tattoo was my pizza pinup tattoo. It has been copied so many freaking times. And within that video, you can see just how many ways that you can do a pizza pinup tattoo or artwork. You can do it so many different ways. There is absolutely no reason as to why anyone should be copying my pizza pinup tattoo when you can have your own version of it, you know? And I love tattoo artists that are very, very heavy on the, hey, I am not going to rip off someone else's artwork. I'm going to make something unique and custom to you, and you're still going to love it because it's what you asked for, but it's not someone else's artwork, you know? And this is what you pay tattoo artists for. You pay them for their artwork. I have plenty of flash tattoos that I've picked from tattoo artists because I love their work or the style of tattoos that they do. But I also have custom tattoos where I've gone to a tattoo artist, hey, this is like my basic idea, but you do what you want with it, because I specifically picked that tattoo artist because I love the style of tattoos they do. And I think this is what the divide is with a lot of tattoo clients. Some tattoo clients don't shop for tattoo artists. They will just go to the most closest tattoo studio and tattoo artist they most possibly can, show them a picture from Instagram or Pinterest and expect the exact same thing. And some of these tattoo studios and tattoo artists are more than willing to do that because, well, it's their bread and butter. I fully understand that sometimes there are tattoo artists out there that just want to earn money, okay? They just want to earn money. They cannot be bothered to redesign something or have a discussion with a client and explain to them, hey, no, I cannot copy someone else's artwork, because I guess that's effort for them. I don't know what the reason is as to why people decide to copy someone else's artwork, to be honest with you. Like, to me, it's laziness. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's fucking laziness. There is obviously sometimes exceptions to the tattoo copying rule. I've always said this, you know, your basic designs. I always use my finger heart tattoo here. I'm obviously not the first one to have a heart on my finger. Like, let's be serious, but it is just an outline drawing of a heart. There is not much you can do to that to make it unique. But if I was to take, you know, this tattoo to a tattoo artist and say, hey, I want this exact same thing, it's so shady because it's so obvious. So much time and effort went into this tattoo. You know, like, I could draw this in a second. We could all draw this in a second, right? This though, no. All right, that took a tattoo artist so much time and effort and years of practice and graft into making their own unique style, and to rip that off, it's just so gross, you know, like, ugh. But yeah, of course, there is obviously people out there that do just prefer to copy other people's artwork and tattoos or whatever, right, and just make money from that. I'm aware. It's probably going to be one of those issues throughout the tattoo industry that will never, ever, ever go away. But yeah, to talk about tattoo artists like Nico who do want to have creative freedom and to, you know, make unique custom tattoos in such a negative light, to me, is so freaking gross. Like, we shouldn't be shaming artists like Nico because they're artists, they're doing their freaking job. But yeah, there's definitely a divide. There's definitely people out there that get tattoos just to be tattooed, or there's people out there that get tattoos because they love the art and the culture behind tattoos and the history, and they have a lot of respect for the tattoo industry as well. I think that's basically all it boils down to. I don't know. I honestly think going after tattoo artists like Nico is so unproductive. I feel like it's so incredibly pointless because, again, if you know anything about the art world or the tattoo world, you can see just how pointless this whole thing is, right? Artists like Nico are the reason as to why we are all not flipping through mass-produced flash books and all walking around with the same tattoos. You know, if it wasn't for artists like Nico creating custom tattoos and, you know, artists that came before him, of course, Nico isn't the sole person that, you know, invented custom tattoos. Custom tattoos have been around for a very, very long time. You know, if it wasn't for custom tattoo artists from 70, 50, 30 years ago who were like, I'm not gonna copy from a flash book. No, I'm going to create my own thing. We, again, would all be walking around with the same tattoos from the same, like, 100 flash books that get mass produced, right? It's so rare nowadays that you walk into a tattoo studio and they still have a bunch of mass produced flash on the walls, right? I can't remember the last time I walked into a tattoo studio that looked like an old school tattoo studio. I think I must have been about 21 maybe. That was in 2011. Every tattoo studio I've gone to in the past, you know, 14, 15 years or whatever, the only reason as to why there's tattoo flash on the walls is because it's art pieces that the tattoo artists who work in the studio have created, or, you know, their friends have created, or they've bought it or whatever, right? It's so rare to see that mass-produced flash situation nowadays. Not to say it isn't a thing, but yeah, most tattoo artists nowadays create their own flash or custom tattoos, right? Because you don't get your art in an art gallery for copying someone else's artwork. Anyway, back to Nico and his uphill battle of trying to, you know, explain as to what he actually meant. Again, it's an uphill battle, and I think he'll be fighting for a very, very long time. I don't think he's ever going to get the word out there of what he truly meant. Because again, even with him trying, people are still misunderstanding, and I think it's very much a case of you either know what he means or you don't, and that's it, you know. But I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on this. How do you feel about tattoo artists having creative freedom with your tattoos? Do you prefer to go to a tattoo artist that kind of follows your description to the T, or do you not mind if a tattoo artist is like, okay, I know what you want, let me do my thing, and we'll go from there, kind of thing? And of course, if Nico was, you know, incredibly strict and wouldn't, you know, make changes, or, you know, was very, very arrogant about this, then we can have that conversation. But I'm sure if a client said, hey Nico, can you make this like small change because I don't like this element, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to do that. But yeah, anyway, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on this subject matter. Please do sound off down below. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I just want to say thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little while, and until my next video, bye.